it is Mary.
And Amma.
And we much best like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, because today we are doing season 4, episode 9. We are almost done. I think we have 2 more episodes, and then we are on to season 5.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to get right into it.
Yes.
Today it is Mary's birthday, and Cody had promised her to take her to Mexico because he did not do nothing for her birthday last year.
Or the anniversary.
Yes. Jacked up. But they are going to Mexico, and Cody has already told the confessional that he plans on pressuring her and trying to really push her to see if she wants to even have a baby. Personally, I don't feel like somebody who is pushing 40 or 50 or whatever it may be wants to go and through that whole thing. She has gained a lot of bitterness and anger from the whole process, especially with you being so insensitive and finding 2 new wives who had almost 3 kids while she could not have any.
Yeah.
It's selfish. It's selfish. And for you to go and pressure her on her birthday trip so you can talk about your favorite wife, Robin, makes no sense. Yeah. Why would she want another woman? Why would she want to have to see another one of her sister wives carry a baby that she can't carry?
Yeah.
Who wants to see that?
Yeah.
You know, and then, anyway, I already told y'all how I feel about Robin, like saying, oh, I would be your surrogate after you just gave birth. Like, nobody touched me after I've given birth. Like, don't even bring the baby near me. Like, let me just get this pain away for at least a few seconds. Okay?
Well, the pain will be gone. But
from my vagina being having to be sewn up?
No. Your pain is gone. You look at that baby and that pain is gone. And it's just like, maybe some soreness and stuff like that. But you look at that baby and you're good. But
I think it's trauma.
Well, yeah, but once you have the baby,
I'm sure
fine,
because they're
happy.
so cute and
but
you have this little bundle of joy that looks like you.
But the thing
but
is,
still, I'm not going to ask no wife for surrogacy.
The last thing you're thinking about is getting pregnant again. That is very true. So why you mention surrogacy? And then my thing is, you asked Meri in her room, right? You asked Cody to leave.
You've asked your daddy
you told
to leave.
Everybody.
Yeah. So what was the
told
point?
Every single sister wife. And if you really gave a shit, what you would have done, you would have kept it between you and Meri. That's what you would have done. And then Meri can go, and then you can go with her. Because after all, you guys go together without the other wife shopping anyway. So you and her could have actually gone to a fertility clinic or something, and then kind of just figure out if this is something that she actually wants to do. And then when you all have figured the whole thing out without getting anybody involved,
then you can announce it.
I mean, but now it's like she has to go through the pain of her miscarriage, the pain
she
again
has to
of when
bring
she
all
wasn't
that
able
up to the surface,
like all of that stuff.
And
like,
I feel like it's just selfish.
Mean.
I think it's selfish and it's mean. Robin, you have no idea what this woman has gone through, but I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah,
because she has had 2. She went through having 2 babies that were not hers before she could actually have one.
Her first one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then she has had to see 12 kids being born.
Yeah.
So your little child is not special. Yeah. Okay? She's gone through this.
Yeah.
And she's probably over it. She said she didn't care. But you are so
and
selfish.
She was okay. But you guys want to introduce the trauma. And then when you're on vacation, this is when Cody decides when she should be happy,
relaxed, enjoying.
But he doesn't want her relaxed.
No.
He wants, this trip wasn't even about her.
No,
it's about, he wants to talk more about Robin.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wants to talk about having another wife. Nothing to do with her. He doesn't want to hold her. Even when they were standing at the balcony.
Yeah.
He couldn't even just hold her shoulder.
No.
Meri was leaning her shoulder into him. She's actually afraid to touch him because she doesn't want an outright rejection.
Yeah, sad.
So she just leans towards him, but he will not even take his hand to even just hold her around the shoulder.
Like, even then, it's starting to seem really standoffish with Meri.
Even when they were walking, you know what I noticed? I noticed something very, very subtle. He had a camera, she had a camera. When they were walking to go up those steps, the pyramid, right? Just before they got there, they were taking pictures, okay? Meri was standing on Cody's. Okay, this was Meri. This is Cody.
Okay.
Cody held his camera in this hand. Okay, when he turned around to take pictures and Meri came near him, he moved the camera from that hand to this hand so that he doesn't have to take her hand. And her hand was free. And she had her camera on her shoulder, so both her hands were free. Then when she moved behind him to his other side, was I'm thinking she wants to hold his hand. He moves this camera to this hand.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he did. He wanted to ensure he don't hold her hand.
But you know also what I thought on the vacation, and you guys make sure you go watch the episode on Discovery Plus or TLC. But I thought it was very interesting that when they were getting ready, like, so they were looking at the beach when they first got there. It was very beautiful, da da da. But he's like, okay, let's go because, you know, we have a long day tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
The next morning, she gets out there and she's like, it's so, so beautiful. I really just want to play at the beach all day.
Yes.
He said, well, we can't because I have all this stuff planned.
Yes.
So it's not even about what
About
she wants.
her.
It's not like you even sat there and said, what do you want to do? This is
Where
your
we
birthday
go.
trip. You decide. You know what I'm saying?
he wants-
But he decided I'm going to plan a bunch of stuff where we don't have to really interact or whatever the case may be. And I just think that's really sad. I think it's super sad that he does not. Even then, you can already kind of see him distancing himself from Meri. You know, and it's really horrible. I just thought the whole birthday trip was kind of odd, and I felt bad because it just seemed
It's
like
the same old, same old.
And I feel like he just did that, like, because, you know, I guess he's like, you know, she's a pushover anyway, so I can just go ahead and plan all this stuff and she won't complain, like, she'll still be happy. Like, even when they went down there or whatever to go do the swimming or whatever, stuff like that, and then she came back up the ladder, which I thought was so beautiful. I definitely want to do that one day. But they went down to this cave and then she was coming up the ladder or whatever. And she had made it. She didn't want to quit it or whatever because it's super hard to do it or whatever.
Yeah.
When she came up, she looked up at him like beaming, and he was like, "Wow, good job, Mare." And then
that was it.
That was it. And then even when she like got up, stood up or whatever, and she wanted to like, it looked like she wanted to kiss him. He was like this.
He
Trying to avoid.
Yeah, he wasn't like that. And this is Meri. I did it. I did it. He was looking somewhere else. And the people around them, they were so happy for her. The girl hugged her. The other man gave her a high five, and
He didn't even touch her. He didn't even touch her.
He seemed annoyed
Yeah.
that they were giving her all this attention.
And
Then after that, she would say, she said, "Oh, that girl, she's so sweet. She's so cute." And then he says,
on their way to go play with the dolphins, he talks about, but she hadn't
she
even
had
mentioned it.
already
She had
she's
said that a
cute
while ago.
when they were up there by the cave and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're walking now.
But
to
he
go see
puts
the
it in his memory book.
Yes. And then as
says-
they're walking, and I think this time they were holding hands. But the only reason why he's holding a hand this time because he want to talk about what he want to talk about.
Yes.
And then he says,
remember when you call a girl cute? It,
I was
gave
like,
him-
that's what you said about Robin, isn't it?
And she said, I
and
didn't
then
even mean it like that.
She said, I just meant that she was very sweet.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know about that because I remember with Robin. Oh, Meri has to be stopped. And she was just like, But she looked confused, like,
what are you talking about?
why will I want to be talking about another wife on my vacation? But he wants to have a way to talk about Christine. And not Christine, Robin. And even before they got to the
cave,
guide,
he was
to the
already
cave.
talking about his other wives.
Yes, he said to the guide,
Oh, I took my wife
I
Christine
took
here.
my other wife here. I put
And
my
then
other wife here.
And then the tour guide said, other wife? He said, yeah, I have 4 wives. Like,
Yes.
he was so proud.
She thought it was ex-wife. But he wanted to make it clear. 4 wives. I am just done. Like,
I think that it's really
poor
just
Meri.
the generous
At this point,
behavior.
I'm feeling bad for Meri, but until
I feel really
listen,
bad for her because I
until
don't
you
think
stand
she
up for yourself, you're not going to. I mean, until you stand up for yourself, no one's going to respect you.
But-
And go ahead.
Also, she does have to respect herself and everything, but I also feel like maybe she's not aware. I feel like because she kind of just fell into this from the very beginning of her marriage where she married this cute guy, which I actually think she was trying to consider not being a polygamy. That's what I truly believe, because she said that, because even in her confessional, she was like, if I have to have wives to have this cute guy, then I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
But she said her and Cody were trying to figure out if they wanted to be in polygamy or not.
Yeah.
She was already in it, so her only decision would be, should I get out of it?
Exactly.
His decision is, he wasn't in it, so he has to be in it. He obviously decided to be in polygamy, so she went that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Meri probably has grown up being this woman who has got to just hold everything in, and she has made to be this pushover, whatever her family dynamic was. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Mariah is a lot like Meri, where she keeps everything in. She doesn't really say how she feels. And I have a sneaky suspicion that is how she grew up in this polygamous household. And that's why she probably didn't even want to be a part of it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel really bad for her. But I also, you know, I want to be sympathetic because I feel like this is all she knows. She doesn't know how to stand up for herself. Because you can just see when he was talking to her about the baby stuff, like she has so much in, like her whole face, like her whole body was getting red. And you can just see that she holds so much stuff in and she doesn't let it go. Like she really, really tries to restrain herself from really just saying how she feels about anything. And I feel horrible about it because like that stuff kills you. That's why I honest to God feel like she hasn't had any kids. Because she's so stressed out. Like you stressed her out to the point where she couldn't have kids anymore. You know what I'm saying? She had Mariah very easily. But
and that's when you had said no one was putting any pressure on her.
That wasn't putting any pressure on her.
And she had just resolved maybe I'm not going to have kids.
Yeah. And then it happened magically.
And then it happened.
The fact that it happened without in vitro means that it was completely stress induced. And I feel like because he had the nerve to go not get one but two wives when she was in her worst place ever, and you basically, because I'm sure she felt replaced, like you're getting new wives because I can't have kids, instead of you just bunkering down and really trying with your wife, just being a safe place for her to fall and providing that safety and that security, you go and you get two new women that she does not like because they're having other kids, and you just are like, she has to be with it. Now you want to re-traumatize me with your new favorite wife, and I've seen how you're acting with her to come carry the baby, and you can be loving on her
and not being around and be like, you're doing such a marvelous thing. The stuff that you do for Meri.
You're so selfless.
Are you sure you're going to be able to not give her back the baby? All those craziness.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's selfish, and I honest to God feel horrible for Meri. But you know, I used to be a pushover like that, whatever. But I feel like when I got into college or whatever, I didn't really say how I felt to some of my friends because I was trying to blend in. I had been homeschooled and
you
stuff.
Got so.
Like, I just kind of got pushed into the wave of whatever was going on instead of me standing up for myself. So I can totally relate to that whole thing about being a little bit of a pushover, whatever. So I feel horrible for her. And even, it's just like, even in her 50s, she's still dealing with all 40. The stress. And 40. I wasn't trying to be shady, I promise. But now she's in her 40s. It's like, she still can't even speak for herself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just don't think there's any hope for her until he really pushes her where she's just like, F you, I'm done. You know what? But I think that it's going to take a lot. But she's taken a lot already, so I don't really see her leaving. That's why Rob is like, hold on, we have to rebuild because I can't be the only wife. I didn't like the fact that he was pressuring her during the whole thing. I thought that was fucked up. You already have given me a horrible trip, and now you want to pressure me, and she's like, I don't want to talk about this. Cody, just resolve it in your mind that she doesn't want to have another baby. You know what I'm saying? She has to deal with all that trauma on her own. She had to deal with all that on her own. And if you were a safe place for her to fall, then she probably would have done it. But you weren't there for her during the first tries of pregnancy. What makes her? What do you think will make her think that you'll be there for her now with a new wife? You have 2 newborns. You want to get me pregnant too?
I know.
It's gonna be more hard for me because I'm so stressed. Like, no, hell no. Just get the hell away from me. That's how I feel. Like, I'm so
when the
sick
baby's
of Cody.
Born, every day you're gonna talk about how wonderful
Robin did such a good thing. I can't believe she gave us a child.
Anytime I look at this baby, I think of Robin. And how she suffered.
And now she's going to have to think about Robin because you have to continue to remind her.
See, I'm sure she's thinking of all of those things. She's just not really saying that because then that will include speaking up for herself.
And then what I thought was so annoying about the wives, they were like, oh, I think Meri wants to try in vitro. I think she wants to do this again just for herself. Robin, Christine, and Janelle. Y'all don't know what wahala she went through when
she's going to regret it.
I don't think so. I think she'll be just fine. She's gone through so much pain and so much shit with you and Janelle and Christine and now Robin. You guys have all re-traumatized her. And it's not fair. Just when she's trying to get over it, y'all have decided we're going to go ahead and re-traumatize this lady. And It is. It's just. It is what it is. I don't think Robin. I don't think Meri wants to do it at all.
No.
If it, like she said, if it happens naturally,
Yeah.
then she's fine.
Then I'm
But
glad.
her having to
Good.
go through in vitro, have to get stabbed with needles, has to deal with a baby being carried into Robin, and all this stuff, and you being all like a jackass, being all over Robin.
Yeah.
She don't want to go through that shit. She
Nobody
don't.
wants to go through that.
She don't want to. So I feel like everybody should just sit their asses down and stay out of her business.
Yeah.
Especially you, Cody.
Yeah.
After all the hell you've given that lady.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbish. Anyway,
Anywho.
I think that was everything.
Yeah.
Because we done covered about everything. Yeah. But it's Meri.
And Alma.
Severely pissed off for Meri.
Mm-hmm.
We invite you guys to like,
Subscribe.
share
And comment.
down below what you think about her having to be forced to have a child.
Do you think she should
Waste her time?
accept Robin's offer?
Or do you think it's genuine?
Do you think it's even genuine?
Yeah.
And how do you think Cody will react when his precious Robin is pregnant again with Mary's child? Doing such a
She's
wonderful
so
favor.
selfless. I married a good one.
And then anytime someone asks her, she'll say, "Oh, this is not my child. It's my sister, wife's child." Wherever they go, that's what
Yeah.
she's gonna say.
Yeah, because they're both very
Oh, your
seeking
baby.
attention.
Oh, this is not my child. I'm carrying it for my sister, my sister wife. She can't carry a child, but I'm doing this for her.
And then she has to
See?
go through all that pain for 9 months.
It's
And now top of it, they said that
she's
she.
gonna expect her to take care of all her 3 kids,
But you know what? Also, you know
4
what?
kids.
You know what? Also, I think with that, I personally think that because remember when she went to in vitro and they said well, you could use somebody else's egg,
Yes.
but you could carry it.
Yes.
So now it has to be Robin's baby,
Yes.
Robin's egg with
Eggs.
Cody. Let her just have another child with Cody. I ain't going through that shit. Anyway,
That's too much. That whole thing's too much.
foolishness, foolish. Bye, y'all.